For me, they've got to come and try and win this game. Both teams have got to try and pick up maximum points here tonight, so it should be a good game.
Turner plays it through the middle. He's made his way right on top of the goalkeeper, Conor McMenamin. The aerial threat of the likes of Marshall coming in. Cole's lurking there too. We know all about the Donnelly brothers. Plum's delivery, and it's beaten everybody except Jay Donnelly, who just peeled away at the back post. Can't really get too much. What do you make of the call to go with Rory Donnelly ahead of McDaid?
Yeah, well, Robbie McDaid is actually in good form, but he didn't have his best of games on Saturday against Newry. Rory Donnelly offers something different. You know, he's early, he's a good player, and you know he's got a few goals in these fixtures as well. So, you know, perhaps Mick's just looking to mix it up a little bit, and you know, Robbie McDaid's a great option to have off the bench as well.
Ives just pondered on the ball a little bit too long, and he was dispossessed by his former teammate Donnelly, and it was a nervy moment for McNicholas with Clucas bearing down on him. All seemed to happen in slow motion from a Cliftonville point of view, but Clucas closing down the goalkeeper, who was, well, he was strong in the challenge and got it away. Early warning sign for Paddy McLaughlin's side. Just a little bit too casual.
It looked like the pass back was the right option, and it looked like it was going to carry through to the goalkeeper, but all of a sudden the ball just held up, and Clucas, he noticed that, he sensed that, and he was in and put pressure, and the goalkeeper had to do well there. You know, he had to come out and clear the danger. It was a close call.
Very good with the ball at his feet, Luke McNicholas, on loan from Sligo Rovers. Here's McDonough. We all know what he can do from positions like this. One-on-one with Burns. And it's the left back who wins the first duel between that pair. You feel that's going to be a key battle in this game.
Yeah, McDonough is so productive, and you know, Glentoran will have identified him, and Bobby Burns has got to be on his game tonight to keep him quiet.
Gallagher scored just once in 93 games for the Glens, as McDonough plays it in early, looking for Curran, and well, it was a typical delivery from McDonough and good defending from Marin. Clucas won the ball, but it ended up at the feet of Hale. Now it's Kearns, who's had a really good run in the team. Back to Hale, there's a player in the overlap, it's McDonough. Plenty forward for Cliftonville. Can they strike first? It's towards Kern, who was winding up for a volley, but as it was dropping, I think it was Marshall got his toe to it ahead of the striker. So it's been very tight between these clubs down through the years. In fact, there's been so little between the sides. Normally it's a goal here or there. Telegraph pass from Gallagher, picked up by McMenamin. Donnelly. McMenamin continues running the outside. This is a type of position he loves. Driven in low. Donnelly. No way past Addis. Northern manager Ian Barclough was singing the praises, having had him in a couple of under-21 squads as well. Felt he was a real leader in that group also. Rory Donnelly felt he got the ball. Cliftonville weren't happy with it, and it's the first booking of the game for Rory Donnelly, having come in behind Chris Gallagher. Paddy McLaughlin and Marty McCann were straight away complaining about the challenge, and I think Gallagher is going to have to receive attention. Cup final coming up, of course, for Cliftonville this Sunday, taking on Coleraine in the League Cup decider, a repeat of the Irish Cup game on Friday night. Really tight contest between the two teams, and they'll battle it out for that piece of silverware on Sunday. Burns felt he was caught late by Hale. He was right in front of the fourth official, and the free kick has gone Glentoran's way. It'll be interesting to see if there's any further action from the referee.
I didn't think there was an awful lot of contact in it, Thomas. You know, I think Bobby Burns he's seen Hale coming in from the angle, and he's sort of played for it a little bit and made a meal of it. There's not a lot of contact, so I think the referee's got it right, you know, not to show a yellow card there, but good position for Glentoran.
Murray driven across towards Donnelly. Little flick goalwards, couldn't link up with McMenamin.
And it's up to Cliftonville to, you know, really test him and put him under pressure.
Hasn't happened so far. Here's Kearns. That's a good pass to Doherty. Found space. Hale's inside. Doherty just pondered on the ball a moment too long. He had two players inside him. One was Hale, and I think the other was McDonough. As he tried to pick out one of them, it gave Marin the opportunity to come back and block the cross coming in. At the other end, it's Donnelly who goes down. Lucas and Eyes, the two skippers, get involved with one another. Jay Donnelly hopes so. He's powering forward. Finds McMenamin. Still McMenamin. Driven across the 6-yard box, and Glentoran couldn't get anyone on it. Again, it's Cole who wins it. Plum. Johnny Addis has been brilliant in the opening 45 minutes. McCary took a chance again, and this time in his left foot. Lifts it over the halfway line. Donnelly let it bounce. Not give Alice the advantage. Again, it's Alice. Centre half seems to be perfectly positioned in every single Glentoran attack, and I think the referee is going to bring the opening 45 minutes. And Rory Hale gets us back underway. Very few goal-scoring opportunities in the opening 45 minutes. I mentioned before, 3 changes for Glentoran from the side that defeated Newry City in the Irish Cup. No changes at all for Cliftonville. They've gone with a tried and trusted side that defeated Coleraine, and Paddy McLaughlin's pretty much stuck with the same team for the last number of weeks. We know that there are plenty of threats in the middle for Hervoy Plum. Heels just on the near post, and here comes the movement in the middle. Over the head of Donnelly, and don't think he made any contact at all, Jay Donnelly. It was a good delivery in from Plum, and it's the kind of opportunity we've seen Donnelly bury this season. Scored a very similar goal against Cliftonville, actually, from a corner kick in the victory at Solitude earlier in the season.
It just goes to show the strength of both sides, and you know that's why these teams are up at the top of the league. Not only do they have quality, but they have that strength and depth that you need throughout the season.
So as things stand, Linfield would open up a 2-point advantage if results were to stay the same. Back to Kern, thought about hitting it early, then lifts it inside the heel. Glorious opportunity for Cliftonville, and they take it. It's Rory Hale. In the opening 5 minutes of this second half, it's his third of the season. The other 2 arrived against Larne. Brilliant composure from Curran just to lift it over the 2 centre halves, and a cool finish from Hale.
Yeah, it's superb play from that man, Ryan Curran. You know, the ball falls to him at the edge of the box, and you mentioned composure. He has the composure, he has the vision. He sees the run from Rory Hale, and he plays an exquisite pass through to Hale. But Hale still got a good bit of work to do, Thomas. You know, he brings it down well, and again, he shows real composure in front of the goal, lets the ball sit. McCary comes out, and he puts it past him into the corner. It's a superb goal for Cliftonville, and a great start to the second half for them.
It's been a frustrating campaign so far this season for Rory Hale, as it long spells out through injury, but how big a goal could that be in the title race? I just wondered when it fell to Kern, because he's been starved of possession. Plenty of strikers in that situation would have backed themselves to have a pop, just to have some type of involvement, to have the sense and the composure just to put his foot on it and then pick out the run of Hale. Says a lot about Kern as a striker.
It was superb from Kern, as you say. He could have thrashed at it and had the shot, but you know, he's seen the run, he had the vision, he saw the run of Hale, and you know, he played a beautiful ball over the top to him, and you know, Hale's produced the goods in front of goal, again showing that real composure and an excellent finish.
Here he is, back on the ball, runs out of room, and his manager wants him back on the pitch quickly and gives him a slap in the back after that effort that's broken the deadlock. Patient from the home side. Shifted across to Cole. Donnelly wants it. Instead it's Murray, and then there's a pressure from Doherty. Loops over the head of Hale, and well, Turner got the call from the goalkeeper but felt that it was a little bit too risky with Clucas in close quarters, so it's a Glentoran throw in, and there's an effort on goal from McMenamin. Took a deflection on its way, the cross from Rory Donnelly. He'll add so much energy to this Cliftonville lineup. He's also added the all-important goal this evening. We know what Joe Gormley's about. And it's going to open up for the visitors now. McDonough skips past one. Has a little glance up. He's going to have a pop himself. McDonough parried by McCary. Glentoran living dangerously. Just switched off for a moment. Back with Gallagher. Plenty still forward in red and white. Well, given the way that Jimmy McDonough's been performing in the goals he's been scoring, he's entitled to have a pop from that range.
He is, and you know, Bobby Burns has given him very little this evening. Bobby's marked him really well, but on that occasion he found a little bit of space. The Glentoran back four, they just retreated a little bit, allowed him the space, and you know, as you say, he's not afraid to have a pop. He scored some spectacular goals, and it was another good effort on target. McCary had to be on his toes.
McDermott striking the Bielsa pose there. And here's Curran. Big quarter of an hour coming up for both of these sides. Kearns squeeze it through to Curran. It's lovely football. Doherty, three in the middle for Paddy McLaughlin's side. McDonough almost got there, but McCary quickly across with a strong hand to deny the winger.
Yeah, it was good goalkeeping, it had to be.
Glentoran simply can't get the ball clear though. And having soaked up a little bit of pressure, it's suddenly Cliftonville who look the more threatening side. Now Glentoran come through Marshall. Strong challenge from Ives, read it very well and skips past Clucas. Still Ives might fancy it inside to Kern. Did that strike an arm? It was Bobby Burns. I think the referee was very well positioned and said no.
I'd like to see that one again, but it was brilliant from Levi Ives. What a run forward from left back. Wins the initial tackle, beats two men, drives into the box, sets it up for Ryan Curran, and you know, it's a shot on goal, and we'll be keen to see that one again. There was a lot of claims for the handball there.
It was a powerful strike from Curran. You could see that Burns was angling his chest towards it, and certainly Paddy McLaughlin is asking the question to the fourth official. But right now it's Glentoran on the attack through McCartan. And Ives, having powered forward moments ago, gets his toe to it to concede the corner kick. It was a brilliant run from the left back.
Superb.
Sucked in two or three players before shifting it across to Curran. We are having issues with some of our replays this evening, but we will hopefully bring it to you at some stage as it's played in towards the near post. Home side committing so many players forward. Plum. Donnelly. Didn't catch it at all, Jay Donnelly. Marin. Flicked on by O'Connor. Here's Donnelly in a foot race with Coates. Cuts back on his left foot and tries to catch out the goalkeeper's near post, but Nicholas held on to it. The visiting supporters want the final whistle to sound. There's still about 30 seconds of injury time remaining though. McMenamin to Clucas. Is there time for one last chance? Can Glentoran snatch an equaliser? Will there be time for the throw-in? Referee says no. Cliftonville have struck.